Hi, I'm Josh Wilder, and today we're going to be making a rose trellis based off of the plans in Beautiful Roses, the latest book from Janice Cox, a natural beauty expert and creator of the Natural Beauty from Home course that's available at motherearthnews.com. These are our tools that we'll be using today. We've got a drill, measuring tape, level, my miter box with a handsaw, fasteners, and some wood glue. And behind me I have the wood we'll be using, 4 2x2s, some 1x3s, and 1x4 in place of the 4x4 fence top. To see a whole course about tools and what you might need to do these sorts of projects, check out our Keep Your Tools Handy course by Kyle Furleman, also on motherearthnews.com. Let's get to it. It's important to always wear your safety gear, so I've got some grippy gloves here, and these are my prescription glasses, but they'll do the same job of keeping sawdust out of your eyes as safety glasses will. When you choose your wood, you're going to want to take care not to get anything that's split like this. Now, what I'm going to do is just cut off that end to give it a little bit more structural integrity, but ideally I would have chosen a different one. So the way I'm approaching this is I need 4 sections of 8-inch wood, and so I'm cutting off 32 inches first and then cutting that 32 into 4 equal parts. Now what you're not getting in this excellent footage is the smell of fresh sawdust, so my sympathies. For 12-inch sections, so 4 times 12 is 48. And 16 by 4, 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64.
We'll get right back to the video, but I'd like to ask for less than a minute of your time to help us thank our Mother Earth News magazine subscribers. They've supported us for over 50 years, allowing our team of editors to curate issue after issue of practical skills and strategies for environmentally friendly living. Open up our June-July 2026 issue, that's number 336, for DIY plans, healthy recipes, and strategies for abundance, as well as stories like this about how one family flower farm is growing success through unconventional business strategies and community connections. Get $10 off your first year by going to bit.ly/friendsofmother and take your next step toward wiser living without breaking the bank. Thanks for listening, and until next time, don't forget to love your mother.
Now that I have all of our lumber cut, we are going to take our poles and we're going to start with one of the 4 sides. And so we're going to lay these out in a triangle format. What we want to do is take your longest 18-inch board at the bottom and your shortest at the top. You're going to want to lay them out so that they just fit within the triangle, but you do not want them to overlap because you're going to have other boards coming in at the same intervals. This isn't going to look exactly like it does in the book because hers was recommended at 5 or 6 feet, and this will be at 5.5 because that is what height I want mine to be. So just play with it and widen it out until it's the right height for you. And what you're going to want to do is put these at the exact same height on each side like I mentioned. So what I did in advance was take this board and measure out exactly how far I want these to be. So I do want these to be a little bit wider. If it's at the same intervals, it's just going to be that much easier to get it at the same spot on each side. All right, So drill these in and then start on the next side. So, when you're driving the screws in, I'm pre-drilling holes because if you don't, there's a good possibility that you'll crack your boards. Now that we have two of the triangles together, we're going to put them side by side and then layer these on top and then screw them together. Using screws as opposed to nails, mostly because a lot of these pallets I have good access to, and the screws that I've taken apart some of these pallets from are very reusable, so trying to use up as much of the resources that I already have. Now, I'll show you what this looks like before I start putting things together. So I'm gonna put one. I'm gonna make sure the boards are facing outwards before you put the new slats on. These tops will still be touching. Similar to when they're on the other side, just make sure that they're the right length across. And then you can drill these in and get these attached. And that, as they say, is that.